Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Sage and welcome to this video everybody. Now, a couple things before we get into this video. I know that I haven't posted in like the past 2 days, and that's because I've just recently gotten to California now. I'm here visiting my mom in California and around the San Francisco area. And so I just got here via plane yesterday, and so I kind of was like, taking that day off to hang out with my family, and I wasn't able to record much today because we were doing stuff. So I'm really sorry about that. But anyway guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going over all of the gold weapons that are in the game now in the clan weapons area. So a bunch of new of the gold weapons have just come out, and so a good friend of mine actually had all of them, so I am going to be reviewing every single one of them in this video. So if you guys do enjoy this video, I'd very much appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel and also turn on those notifications after you subscribe, because I do post videos every single day. On top of that, I do like to stream occasionally as well, so be sure to turn on those notifications. One last thing before we get into this video, guys, I do have a second channel. The name of it is Z Sage. The link to that channel is down in the description. You are more than welcome to go check it out. I do post there kind of often. I only have one video up, but that's because I've been really busy. But in the future, I will have more videos on that channel. So anyway, guys, I don't want to keep you guys here waiting any longer. So let's go ahead and get right into the review.
Okay, guess we doing just fine. Said I'm not yours, so I'll say you're not mine. Okay, just a waste of my time. Out of my head, of my mind. Say you wanna leave, hey, so I let you go. Guessing it was.
So first things first, guys, we will be talking about the Golden Bros. So let's go ahead and look at how they function in game. So the weapons themselves are a 6 or 7 shot to the body, and I believe it's about a 4 to 5 shot to the head, depending on how accurate you are, obviously. Whenever you're spamming this thing, you're not going to have a very good time, because unfortunately it does run out of ammo fairly quickly. Although it is an extremely high damaging weapon, so if you are able to hit a lot of your shots, you're going to be able to take out the enemy very fast. Now that what you guys were just seeing isn't the fire rate, that right there is the fire rate, and as you guys were able to see, the capacity of it isn't too high. You actually will run out of it because of the fact that it has such a high fire rate. Your ammo runs out really quickly, as you guys were able to see there. Now watch right here in this next time I die, where I literally rocket jump up and I don't even get to touch the bottom and I'm already dead. It is very powerful. So let's go ahead and look at the specs of the weapon here. It is a 99 fire rate weapon. It has a 35 capacity, a mobility of 65. It has a 4x zoom, so you can actually aim on these weapons if you wanted to. Increased damage to allies. I'm not really sure what that actually means. And critical damage. So like I was saying, guys, I have no idea what the increased damage to allies does. I've never seen that on any other weapons before, so let me know what you guys know about this down in the comments. Also, just a quick thing real quick, I know this video here is really bad quality. A friend of mine who had the guns, I guess, recorded it in terrible quality, so it just looks so bad, so I'm really sorry about that. It's not my recording. So again, thank you to my friend Zentify who had this clip, though. I just want to let you guys know. But anyway, guys, this weapon is extremely powerful. So the next weapon I will be talking about, guys, is called the Sniper Dude. Now, that's a very weird name, just like the one we were talking about before. So let's go ahead and look at how it functions in game. The weapon itself is a 2-shot to the body, as well as a 2-shot to the head. It is an extremely high fire rate for a sniper. I believe it's really close to 100. We'll look at that in just a second, guys. But a little bit of like inside of how the weapon actually works. It is a weapon that sort of looks like one of those shotguns. Like after you shoot 2 shots, you kind of close the barrel, like you open up the barrel and then you load 2 new shots in, and then you close it, and then you're able to shoot again. That's kind of how this thing reloads, so it looks really cool. It has a very fast fire rate, and I believe with max modules on it, you might be able to 1-shot to the head, although I'm not totally sure, so don't believe me totally on that. But this weapon, guys, is extremely high damaging. So let's go ahead and take a look at its stats here. So the weapon itself is a 89 fire rate. It has a capacity of 6, a mobility of 65. It is single shots. It is piercing, which means you can shoot through 2 people at once if you hit a collateral shot, and it is a bleeding effect. Now, something to know about this weapon, guys, I do think that it's really interesting how the way that it shoots and loads. It seems like it has a much faster fire rate than 89. Even it might have a fire rate of 100. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments of that. I think that this weapon, guys, is probably going to be one of the most powerful snipers in the game for a very long time. There's a bunch of snipers that are really powerful, but none have such fast fire rate like this. Unless you're able to 1-shot the person, for a 2-shot sniper, this is probably the best Another very weirdly named weapon, guys. This one is called the Gangsta Shield. That's kind of a really weird name for it, but let's go ahead and look at how it functions in game, guys. It is basically just a pistol that has a shield on it. I'm not actually sure if the shield does anything. I just know for sure that the pistol is just like a regular pistol. You shoot somebody. It is a 2-shot. Very similar damage to the sniper dude, which we just looked at. The damage is very similar. The fire rate is very, very similar. So a lot of these weapons sort of have that theme of very fast fire rate, and like a lot of them are 2-shot. And that's kind of how a lot of them are functioning in the game as far as I can see. But this one, guys, is definitely a really weird name. Like I said, Gangsta Shield. I'm not really sure why they chose to make all these weapons really weird names. So let's go ahead and take a look at its specs here. So the weapon itself is a 92 fire rate, very fast of course, a capacity of 6, a mobility of 55, so pretty slow mobility considering that's a backup, single shots, critical damage, and shield. I'm not actually sure what the shield does, because before, when there was a shield weapon, we had stuff like, what was it called? We had the I forget what it's called, but it's like the one that makes you boost forward. Oh, the Sly Wolf. Yeah, the Sly Wolf had the shield effect as well. And so that's kind of what this kind of makes me think of. I'm not really sure if it is that exactly, because it doesn't have the boost or anything, but it does say that it has the shield effect. So if you guys have any knowledge about this, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I would very much like to see what you guys have to say. Next up, guys, we are going to be talking about the weapon that is called the Luxury Beats, and it is basically just a speaker. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, guys. So the weapon itself is a 2-shot to the body, just like most of the other ones that we have seen in this new like division so far. So the weapon is a 2-shot. It is an area damage weapon, and it reminds me a lot of that weapon that you have to use for like sandbox. That melee weapon, I believe it's a melee weapon. It's either melee or a special, guys. But thinking about that weapon, guys, whenever you use it, you are actually like spinning like the actual radio and making like sound waves come out. So let's go ahead and look at its stats here. It is an 89 fire rate. It has a capacity of 12, a mobility of 65. It has area damage, so pretty similar to the other one I was talking about. It says teammates healing and charm. So charm, basically, if you guys don't know what charm does, it makes it so that the other person, like the enemy, doesn't do as much damage. And teammates healing is pretty self-explanatory. You will heal your teammates whenever they're in the area. So a little bit of information about this, guys. Like I said, it's a lot like the weapon that we use in sandbox. It's very, very similar to that, except I don't really know the complete stats of that one in the sandbox. I'm not even sure what it's called. But it's the same sort of premises. You know, it has the area damage. It is a 2-shot. It's a pretty decent weapon. Although if you're trying to get any of the gold division weapons, I probably would not go for this one. So next, guys, we're going to be talking about the Gem Power. Now, another really oddly named weapon, just like we saw before. So let's go ahead and look at the weapon itself in game. The weapon itself is a 2 to 3 shot like total, and it shoots very, very fast, similar to how the Medusa shot back in the day. Like we saw previously with the Medusa shooting a very fast fire rate area damage weapon. That's exactly like this, except this does 10 times the amount of damage that one does. The damage on this thing is absolutely insane, guys. It is a 2 to 3 shot weapon, and the fire rate is so fast that it's basically a machine gun that instantly kills you. And I'm absolutely dumbfounded with how like insanely efficient this weapon actually is. You would never think a weapon like this to be this efficient, guys. So let's go ahead and look at its statistics here. It has a fire rate of 83, a capacity of 8, a mobility of 50. It has a minigun effect, so it shoots just like a minigun. It's rockets and area damage. Now this is literally just like the Medusa, except on steroids, guys. I just talk about that a little bit. It is so extremely powerful. It's probably one of the most broken area damage weapons that have ever been added to the game. So if you're looking for a weapon that you will use to grind coins, I definitely recommend this, guys. The damage is insane, the blast radius is crazy, and the fire rate is so fast that it literally acts like an insta-kill minigun, and it's just absolutely insane, guys. It's by far the best of the gold division weapons, and it is just so powerful, man. So last but certainly not least, guys, we will be talking about the weapon called the Double Cashback. So let's go ahead and look about how it functions in game. It is probably the second best weapon of the Steel Division, or not the Steel Division, the Gold Division. The reason I say it's the second best is because it is probably more powerful than the one we just talked about, except for the fact that since it's a melee weapon, you have to get really, really close. With this weapon, guys, you move so fast all around the map, and you literally are you're using a 2-shot melee the entire time, and it swings so fast too. The fire rate is faster than the katana, and the katana had the fastest melee fire rate that we saw before. I believe it was the katana and one other one, but the katana had the fastest, and now this one is even faster, guys. The amount, like the speed that it swings is absolutely insane. So let's go ahead and look at its statistics here, guys. It is an 89 mobility, so very, very fast. I believe that's actually what the katana is, although this does feel faster. And you have a 100 mobility. That is the fastest mobility in the entire game. So of course it is a melee weapon. It has chain damage and it also slows down the target. So if you are able to hit the person with this, they will slow down. And if you have like a big group of people, if you hit them, then they'll actually slow down as well, and it'll do like a big sort of like damage that affects all of them. So that's really, really interesting to see with the melee weapon. Not too many melee weapons have that chain damage thing. So that's definitely very, very interesting, guys. This weapon is probably going to be the most powerful melee weapon ever added to the game. Alrighty, everybody, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, let me know down in the comments. I think that the gold division weapons are absolutely insane, and this isn't even going to be the end of it, guys. There's going to be more and more new weapons that are in new divisions coming soon. So if you guys did find this video useful, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all later. Hey, do you have Discord? If so, you should totally join the official Unity Discord. The link to it is down in the description. As of right now, we have over 500 members who are constantly looking for people to play with. As soon as you join, you can have easy communication with me and everyone else in the community. So, what are you waiting for, man? Go join my Discord. The link is down in the description.